The Call. I was in the middle of my life. I had just finished a book on a dangerous expedition through Tibet's deepest gorge, a chasm with tigers in the bottom and raging 25,000-foot peaks on top. I had clung to the side of the canyon, struggling over high passes in the middle of the Himalayan winter. The 2-month expedition was so strenuous that when I got home, I slept for 2 weeks. Now, after completing a book about it, I was exhausted in a different way. I sat on my porch in Denver and watched spring snows sweep over the mountains to the west. I drank coffee and listened to the crows argue in the big maple across the street. Sometimes a solitary corvid would cry a single rising note that hung in the air, and it sounded to me like a question thrown against the sky. How does one make a life? I had done a big thing. Now what was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to do another big thing? Or could I do some small things for a while? Was it enough to string together things of any size until I died? Did it matter, as long as I had friends, family, a community? I had always sought solace and meaning in wild places. I loved exploring rivers in a kayak, which is a very versatile little craft, and I had found a way to write about these trips and make a living and keep going back. But more and more, wherever I traveled, I could see that we were degrading these places as fast as we could. It drove me crazy. Sometimes I imagined God blowing his whistle and saying to all of us, "Everybody out of the pool! I entrusted you with this paradise, and look what you've done." And what about love? I mean romantic love. Wasn't that supposed to help define everything? I hadn't done so well in that category. I had loved several women deeply, but I was always traveling, and when I came back, I was on deadline and I never could fully commit. I was a moving target. I pushed the patience of my lovers to the breaking point, and then I was heartbroken when they left. I was a fool. Now I was with a truly lovely woman named Kim, but the Tibet trip and my inability to promise anything had strained us, and everything seemed up in the air. I had this idea that maybe my job here was just to pay attention. I liked that. Very simple. But then I wasn't sure what to pay attention to. Is it enough to listen to other people who are as lost as I am? Or to the wind, which pours through the trees in a language I cannot decipher? Or these crows, who seem talkative but restless? At this point in his life, Dante met Virgil and went on a long vacation to hell. It was the mother of all midlife crises. I got a call from Huntington Beach, Surf City, USA.